Hello everyone. Hi, welcome. It's Friday, yay, and a vintage unboxing day. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know if you are a vintage subscription box subscriber. Have you opened your box already? Are you waiting today to open your box? I can't wait to see what's in mine. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Jess put together for us for this month. So if you're new and you haven't heard of the subscription box, first let me say hello. I am Heather Powers from Humblebeads, and I'm a bead maker, jewelry designer, author, illustrator, and your all-around creative muse. It's my job to get those beads off of your bead table every week and into some jewelry. So hi Susan and Wendy and Karen. Oh, Susan, you peaked. Yay! And then we have some people watching on YouTube. So hello Shadow and Amanda. Hi Shelly. Welcome you guys. So the VIP Vintage Box is a monthly subscription box service from Just May Lincoln Jewelry. And we'll just put up her little website right there. Hi Em, watching from New Zealand. Good morning to you. So it's $150 worth of goodies in the box for $39.95. Donna, they do ship to Canada, and here's their website, and it's a monthly subscription, so you'll be charged monthly until you decide to either pause or cancel, and then you can pick it up at any time again. And it's a curated box, so it's not just a collection of beads. There's actually a theme every month, which I love, and I think we're ready to just jump into it, aren't we guys? So I know Jess is going to be joining us in just a little bit if she's not here already, so I'm ready to just jump on in. So hi Karen, watching from YouTube. Yes, Amanda, Amanda says she's in Canada and they do ship to Canada. So today is sponsored by justmaylincoln.com. So Jess has sent me the box today to play along with. And so hopefully I will inspire you. Let me see. 1 second, guys. So if you're here watching, say hello, guys. I'd love to hear from you. Always exciting. Let's see. Someone asked about my Anne of Green Gables party, and it was so much fun. We just had a fabulous time. I'll have to post some pictures in my group so you guys can see. Everyone dressed up for my Anne of Green Gables birthday party. It was just hilarious and perfect. Hi Jess, I'm so glad you're joining us, and hi Brandy. All right, Jess shared the link for the subscription box below, and I'm ready to turn my camera around here, guys, and let's dig in and see what Jess has put together for us. So every month you're going to get, cover up the code, you're going to get a card with 6 to 7 different design ideas, and I always love to look over this and see exactly what Jess has done, because she's always doing something new and surprising with the components that she's sent along. So look for that every month, and she gives little designer tips, and I love this. Is like a little mini class each month. There is a coupon in here for Vintage Salvage, which is vintagesalvage.etsy.com, and that's Jess's Etsy shop, where you can get some of the components, especially the art metal ones that Jess likes to include in here. The party was perfect. It was so much fun. My family just really got into the spirit of it, so that was awesome. So we definitely have a sunshine and sea kind of theme here, and Jess, this is like super overflowing with all sorts of goodies. I'm super excited to dig into this. We have a green girl component. I'll start with that one. And a sweet little mermaid holding a pearl. And the sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever. And I can't, maybe it's Cousteau. I think it's Jacques Cousteau. And so that's the piece from Green Girl Studios, and it's been patinaed. Then we have a beautiful copper sunshine that's been patinaed also. And patina, I mean patina paint with the colorful soul paint, I'm sure, in this really pretty cobalt blue color. Hey everyone who's just joining, Debbie and Carlene and Sheila, Lorraine. Oh boy, okay. We got Just Breathe, which is something I'm constantly telling myself, so I might have to make myself a bracelet with that. We have some copper charms. They have a fun pebbly texture to them. We have 3 of these art metal filigree pieces, and so Jess, are these in your vintage salvage shop? Let us know. And so just a fun geometric pattern on there. And these you can paint, you can buff them, all sorts of fun ways to embellish those metal pieces. We have a dragonfly in brass. Oh, we have 3 of those pebbled charms. And then here we have another hammered texture, and these are in raw brass. Then we have these raw brass charms. These are fun. Great modern design on those. Then we have fun components. We have 3 clasps, mixed metal, and this is a really fun mixed metal box all together. You have a little heart charm, and I like the mix of the gold on everything. Oh, these are these hand painted by you, Jess? Is that what those are? Really cool. So these are brass pieces, so they're raw brass on one side, and I think hand painted on the other side. Let me know, Jess. I'd love to know more about these 2 pieces. These are quite spectacular. Then we have 3 little art metal flowers, and these are also in Jess's vintage salvage shop. And vintage is VINTAJ, vintage. And so we have 3 little flower charms, the daisy charms. And we have one that's kind of like a bezel. And so you could add paint in here, you can stamp on here, you could do a few little letters on here, could hammer in some flower patterns on there. Okay, now, along with the metal components, Jess always puts together a collection of beads that are in a colorful theme for us. And so we have this sun and sea theme with the cobalt blue, turquoise, and sunshiny yellow. Love how playful and fun this is. So I'm going to put on my thinking cap here and decide what I want to do with this. But while I'm doing that, you guys tell me, what component is just screaming to you? What's the first thing you would play with? Okay. Oh, okay. So Jess said these are printed on metal, which is why they look so uniform. And that these were an exclusive line from a private label that this is some overstock from. So that's super fun. All right, I'm gonna put this up here. So Jess said she painted the inside of the pewter bezel with marble for a marble paint look, and then let them dry, and then she used UV resin to create a domed enamel look. And here you can see, here's what Jess did for that look, what she's talking about. Okay, Jess, this is, I love everything you made. I'm going to put this away so that I'm not too inspired. Let's see. You know, this is kind of a no-brainer, but I think I'm going to go with the mermaid. Or do I want to do a bracelet? Hard choice. Okay, I'm not going to do the dragonfly, and I'm not going to do the sun, but everything else is up for grabs. Yeah, Sheila, the sticks are super fun, aren't they? Might have to do something with those. I like how Jess layered hers. Okay. And we have 3 clasps. That's really cool. All right, so I'm really liking the mermaid and the breathe. Kind of a toss-up between those two. Hi, Nancy. I'm glad you could join us. Brenda likes the copper sun piece. It is really cool. I'm going to save that for next week, though, because next week I do the vintage playdate video, and so things I want to take a little bit of extra time. I'm going to do that for next week. Okay, so I'm going to take away, well, move off to the side. I may still use any of these little charms. Definitely process of elimination here, right? That's what I have to do. Okay, so do I want to do a bracelet, a necklace, or a pair of earrings? Ah, so hard to decide. Okay, let me start pulling out some Humblebeads here. That. Gotta dig through to the right box, which of course is always on the bottom when you're looking for something, right? Okay. So some things that kind of fit with this color combination. We have disc beads. I have my urchin bead. More disc beads. Starfish, which might look kind of fun with these charms. Really, I'm just going to make something with all of these for next week too. So Nancy would do a bracelet thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the necklace because I feel like I do a lot of necklaces on here. All right. Okay, just playing around with a little idea here. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I don't want to cover up too much of that cool paint job, though. And of course I keep peeking over here to see what Jess did. She used the littler charms. That's kind of cool. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to just start with a pair of earrings, and we'll go from there. Have to grab my I got my vintage hole maker, and I'm just gonna punch a hole on the bottom here. sure I have that about the same on both sides. Do some wiggling. Okay. So I think what I want to do in the bottom, I'm going to grab some little beads to do some accents. So let me see. Just pulling out some ideas here. I know, this is fun, right? Just listening to me breathe. Ooh, this might be fun. Here we go. Here we go. I have this kit from Jess's mom's store, which is Rustic River Finds, and she sells peanut beads, and she has all these great mixes. So this is kind of a sandy beach mix, so I think I'll use that one. Right, Jess? I really like that. That's gonna work nicely together. So I think what I'm gonna do on the top, let's see, let me grab some big fat skinny jump rings that I have. Let's see if those are gonna work. Okay. So I'm going to layer these two together. Yep, that works nicely. And I'm just going to do the other one at the same time so that I actually have a pair of earrings done. There's so many times I'm like, oh, I'll finish this up after the video, and then I never do. And then I have one earring floating around forever till I find them again. Okay, now I'm going to do some little jump rings on the bottom. Which, of course, I've walked away. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to use some 5mm brass jump rings, and then I'm going to use some skinny little copper jump rings on top of that to add the other little seed beads. And I'm not sure which size I'm going to use just yet. Okay. All right, so let's attach these two, and then I'm going to embellish them a little bit with the peanut seed beads on the top. And I've lost my second pair of pliers, so I'm going to be using my parallel pliers. This week's the kind of week where things just grow legs and walk off the tables here in the studio. Does that ever happen in your neck of the woods? Usually that just means they're right under my nose where they could bite me in the face, and I'm just not seeing them. That happens a lot. Okay, I'm going to put one jump ring on the top here too. And so what I want to do is I want to cover up the connection right here where we have the loop, and Jess did that very cleverly with a charm, and I'm going to do that with the little tiny seed beads. So I'm just Grabbing a jump ring to put on the top though for the ear wire. Okay. And that will be a little easier to throw on my ear wire. Let me get a few of these little seed beads out. Let's see, I'm gonna grab, this is about a 7mm size jump ring. And these are very skinny, which work well with the little holes of the seed beads here. Well, not seed beads, the peanut beads. I'm going to throw 3 of them on here. Wish I knew where my pliers were. Okay, here we go. This all turned around in the right direction. And I feel like I want to do 3 of those little clusters. Let's see how that's going to look. Or if, maybe I'll do just 3. 3 beads, and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to make these 2 sides match here, just because I want to. So grabbing the same color combination of seed beads. Actually have to attach those. Jumped ahead there. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to throw on the little embellished jump ring here. Actually close that. I know, fun stuff. Now let me throw that other jump ring on the top, and then I'll put the ear wires on. These are going to be super fun to wear. And what I really love about them is all 3 of the components are extremely lightweight. So even though we have a very long and eye-catching piece, they're not going to hurt your ears wearing them, which I don't know about you, but as I get older, I appreciate that more and more. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry you couldn't find me on Facebook. I should be on my regular spot. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that little jump ring and hook that on there. And there we go. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. I might add a few more seed beads, but I think I'll wait and do that off camera if I decide to do that. You just never know. Okay, so here they are. I love them. Makes me want to run down to the beach right now. Just throw them on and go play. Okay, so that's got me on a little earring kick. So I'm going to do another pair of earrings. Why not? And I'm going to double these up. Oh, exactly as Jess did. Jess, I'm just stealing your idea. So now I feel like I have to do something different. But it was a natural selection, so I think I'm just gonna go with it. I really love the way it looks. I'm not gonna even second guess myself. Yep, I'm just gonna go with it. I loved it, and I think maybe, let's see, I think I'll go with these little mum earrings. I like the graphic design of them with these guys. And O beads in a dark brass color. And O beads, I like to get those from my friend Cassandra at Beads to Live By. Okay, now, here they are. I'm not going to be real fancy about this, guys. I am just a natural selection. That's right. I'm just going to grab eye pins, but let's see. I think I will add a little bit of a fancy jump ring in between the two. Just a little tiny small fancy touch. Nothing too outlandish. Of course that means I have to dig for my little jump rings. Okay, pulling out the jump ring drawer. And let's see. Have some in this little baggie. There we go. I got a nice, they're kind of an etch design from Vintaj. Yeah, that's what I'm going to put in the middle there to just break up that space a little bit, add a little bit of movement. All right. I'm going to throw an O bead on top and bottom. And I'm going to grab my one-step looper. And let's see. I'm trying to like figure out the math of this. Okay, so I'm gonna have the bottom going left to right, and the top has to be going, the bottom needs to be going front to back, and the top left to right. So the one-step looper, guys, I'm gonna just throw on my beads. Let's see. Grab two more of those little O beads. Peanut seed beads and O beads, they just come in so handy when you're designing, guys. If you don't have a little supply of them, I highly recommend you get some. You can get them in the O beads. Trish has those great mixes, but she also has them in single colors too, and I like to play around and mix it up with some, what do I want to say, matte colored or matte finish peanut seed beads, so that you're mixing not just the colors but the finishes of things. It's kind of fun. Okay, the bottom ones here I'm going to attach with a small jump ring. Hopefully that'll fit on to my larger jump ring. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? My nice buffing block has walked away, so I'm gonna have to use this older one. So this is a Vintaj buffing block, and I'm just gonna highlight some of the designs on here. So by buffing it, you're highlighting the iron metal alloy that's underneath the black finish. And so that's what I'm going to do with that. do that on both of these. Okay. So back with my little 5mm jump ring. Now my fingers are all dirty. So goes the life of a jeweler, right guys? So I'm going to layer those two together. Close up my jump ring. Make sure I actually close them. All right, now on the bottom here, oh yeah, that fits perfectly. I'm a little worried. Oh, no, even that. It was meant to be, you guys. And I'm kind of thinking this is like a 12mm jump ring. I don't have the information on the size in front of me, so I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like a 12mm jump ring to me. Okay, oh, I keep picking my bags up and putting them on one side and the other. Okay, here we go. So another cutie. My pliers have kind of marked up that just a little bit, and so I'm gonna make it look like I did it on purpose by just buffing the whole thing and letting the brighter color of the metal shine, and then nobody knows. Okay, so let's do this other one together really quick. I won't have to walk you through the process because you just saw me do it. So let's go ahead and add those two together. And now in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what's next? It's not easy designing on the fly, you guys. Okay, almost done here, and then I have 2 pairs of earrings completed. I have to make this just a little more rounded on the bottom. I really feel like I need to go watch the sunset tonight and wear one of these pairs of earrings. Which instantly just reminded me of the time you came over and got to see the sunset here on the pier. And I do believe we had some ice cream and enjoyed just the beauty of South Haven. Such a cute little town to vacation in, guys. If you ever need a vacation, I recommend South Haven, Michigan. It is a tourist town after all. That's what we're made for. Okay, love it. And again, nice big visual weight and super light physical weight. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Oh, my little loop wasn't quite closed on the top there. There we go. So we have 2 pairs of earrings down. And I'm only at the halfway, 30-minute mark. So let me decide what I want to do here. I feel like I want to do another pair of earrings. Like I just have earrings on the brain. And so let me see what I want to do for my third pair of earrings. So this is a fun little thing to do with tiny charms. If you have really tiny charms, you can layer them and it will give them a little bit of oomph. Yes, oomph, that's a technical term. And these guys, I think I will also buff. And these are really fun to use the Colorful Soul patina paints too, if you want to add a little bit of color to your piece. But I think I'm going to go with the natural metal. And just bringing out some of the highlights of the design. Okay, now let's see. I definitely want to use some beads that are in the box. So I'm thinking I'm gonna grab those with some brass at the top and bottom. Grab 4 eye pins. Oops. Way more than 4. Boy, guys, you should see this desk every time after I make jewelry on these videos. It's just like a complete disaster. I don't know how I make such a mess in such a small amount of time. Okay, so I'm going to add all of 4 of these onto an eye pin. So I have 2 spacers on the top and bottom, and the yellow glass bead cylinders that are in the little inspiration kit. I'm going to grab my one-step loopers and do the loops on the other ends here, and I want to make sure that I don't crack that bead. So I'm gonna be very slow and gentle, and I'm gonna have to adjust that just a little bit to make the loop a little tighter. I just don't want to crack my spacer beads here. Okay. So gingerly. Alright, last one. And now let me fix these guys up just a little bit. So I'm just going to make the hole on the bottoms just a little bit bigger. Not the hole, the loop. Just so that all the beads are on the eye pin nice and tightly. So just making the loops on both ends just a smidge bit bigger so that those beads aren't moving around. All right, these are going to be a bright little sunshiny yellow piece. I like that. Okay, so I need some larger size jump rings. Dig around in my box for a second. go with the smaller on the top, and then I'll look for slightly larger ones for the bottom. There we go. So I'm going to slip on those two. Let me see, maybe I'm going to keep that as the larger jump ring and find a slightly smaller one. All right, so the brass loops up here just says those are vintage components. All right, just looking through and making sure I didn't miss any comments. Yeah, those vintage loops are really cool, Jess. That was one of the things I love about Jess's boxes, is that not only does she pull together a really inspiring kit, but she also finds things that aren't going to be things that you can readily get anywhere else. So I really appreciate that about your kits, Jess. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to throw two of those on the bottom. Oh, actually, let me layer this with the little 5mm jump ring, and I can throw that on there too and close it up. All right, there we go. And then on the top I have a little copper rope jump ring that I'm going to use. Oh, you know what? I think I might instead, and so that I can use my little golden branch beads on the bottom. I'll do this for the other side. Okay, I'm going to throw this on a eye pin. Oh, we got some little tiny forget-me-nots in here, so I'm going to use those from the kit also. So I have a spacer bead and then the forget-me-not, or not a spacer bead, but an O bead on the bottom of there. Okay. And pulling out the one-step pliers, one-step loopers, and these are the 1.5mm one-step loopers. And I'm gonna fix up that. And make the loop just a little bit bigger on this side for that larger jump ring. Okay. There we go. And now on the bottom, I'm going to throw on the two little charms on the bottom of the jump ring. Or not the jump ring, the head pin. You guys know what I'm doing. I don't. And before I close this up, I will just throw on the ear wire. And again, mixing those metals, I have copper on the top and the bottom of the earring, and then brass mixed throughout too. So in general, if you're going to mix metals, I like to repeat the metals in a different component. So here we have this fun long earring. It's kind of our theme today, guys. These big bold earrings that are just a little wisp to wear. Okay, so let me fix this side up. And we got 3 pairs of earrings done in about 45 minutes. Feeling really good about that. Okay. I swear I put something, every time I put something down, I put it in a different spot and then can't see it. Oh boy. Is this what turning 50's like? I say that now, but I did exactly the same thing for the last 52 weeks before, so I don't think I get to blame that on my birthday. I'm just a messy jewelry maker. Okay, again, fixing up these loops just a little bit, make them a little bit wider, and making sure that the beads aren't moving around on the eye pin. Okay, so we're going to throw that on the top, and on the bottom I'm going to open this up and slip on the 2 charms. And again, guys, you can totally customize any of these pieces with paints to, if you wanted to pull out a certain color or have them match something a little bit more, or just to add a different look to them. And I do believe Jess has some great examples of that in the inspiration card. Okay. So these are the kind of earrings you have to hold them up. They're not going to lay down flat and behave. So these are definitely for wearing and for dancing. Yes, so these are really fun, guys. I feel like I've done enough. I've made 3 pairs of earrings for you, 3 different ideas, and I love each one of them. And then next week we'll make a bracelet and a few pendants to go with them on our vintage play date, where I pull out some more of my Humblebeads stash and pair them up with the components from the box. And yeah, I definitely, I might add another layer of 2 of the little seed beads. We'll have to see. But we have 3 pairs of earrings inspired by sun and sand, surf and turf. Now I want to go to the beach and go out for a good dinner. The yellow are super fun, and I'll just point this out on the card too. I really liked how Jess used those beads vertically, so you might not have thought of something like that, and they look really cute as like little dangles on her bracelet that she's made. So Jess, love it, super cute, such a fun box. All right, so this box is available through the end of the month. It's the excuse me, the exact same box, and Jess has put the link in the description, so you will get exactly the same components minus the Humblebeads, because you know, that's from my stash. So I think I'm gonna wear these guys right now. They're just calling my name. Yeah, love them. And they match my outfit, so yay! All right, thank you, Jess, so much for sponsoring today. Really appreciate it. And speaking of sponsoring, let's go ahead and do a gift certificate. So I like to do a little giveaway every week, and we all you have to do is leave a comment, and the first person that pops up with the comment will be the winner for today. And so I'm going to ask my question now. Get ready to do some typing, and the first person that answers it will get a gift certificate, $30 gift certificate to humblebeads.com. And it's just our way of thanking you for tuning in. And then also, if you enjoyed today's video, please like and share it, as the kids say. Like and subscribe. Okay, so the little earrings that I'm wearing, we put a special little tiny bead on the jump ring. What were those beads called? The little glass beads. They have a specific name. What were those little tiny beads called that I put on these earrings? So first person to answer will win the $30 gift certificate. Just waiting. Do, 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 do. Always takes a little minute for the comments to scroll up. So just waiting. I know as soon as they do, they're all going to come at once. Okay, guys, those little tiny beads, what were they called? That I put on the jump ring in between the two components. Oh, I really haven't seen an answer yet. Okay, here we go. Brenda Harold, you are the winner. So those are peanut seed beads, and of course everyone's answer pops up at once, right? That's the way it goes. Yes, so the little tiny peanut beads, which I never know where the camera is. Here we go. These are the peanut beads, and they have like two little blobs of glass with a hole in the middle, and they look like a little peanut. So, and you can find these at rusticriverfinds.com, which is Jess's mom's shop in Galena, and she has a great little online store too. Disc beads and starfish, you guys can find those at humblebeads.com. There we go. All right, guys, and Just May Lincoln is where you're going to find the subscription box. You can subscribe for this box all the way through the month of August, and then in September, we're going to get a brand new box filled with all sorts of inspiration. Next week, we're going to have our coffee break on Friday at 3 p.m., where I will use the rest of the components in the box along with Humblebeads. All right, guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great weekend. Pull out your beads and make something. And we'll see you guys here next Friday with another round of great jewelry. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, hi, Debbie. Thank you guys so much.